What's up, guys? Frank Maialetti here, commentating for Fedor Gorst, special guest commentator. Got some B-side action here. This is the losers qualification round against the young Yannick Pongers. Do not have the best camera angle right now. This is, fortunately, they got us sort of like in the back of the room here. So this is the best angle you're going to get today, so don't come at me. Going to get started here in a few minutes. Race to 9. I believe the winner of this one gets into the final 64, which becomes single elimination. Then it becomes anybody's game at that point. If you don't know about young Yannick, he's a good kid out of the Netherlands, Veldhoven. Spent probably about a month with him on the road earlier this year in August. Had a couple good finishes. Second in the rally in the Shenandoah Valley. He lost to Levy and Corteza. 17th in the Florida Open, 17th in the Battle of the Bull. Came in 33rd in the 9-ball Perry Open. 33rd in the UK Open. So he's had a kind of a, I guess you call it a one out of the money year. 33 and 17. Good kid, 20 years old. I think it's like a 790 Fargo. All right, we're going to get started here. This camera is up on a set of bleachers. So unfortunately, if people start walking by, there's nothing I can do. We'll commentate on the match. It is what it is. It's free pool. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here in Philadelphia. That's where I'm at. The feed is being sent to me from Qatar. So giddy up. Let's get it going. Race to 9. Not familiar with 10 ball, it's call ball to the pocket. If you pocket the ball accidentally in any other pocket than the one you called, or you pocket a ball accidentally, don't pocket yours, it's called player option. The other player can either make you shoot again or take it from there. We're live on YouTube and Facebook around the world. If you can do me a favor, shoot it out there, like, share, subscribe. Looks like we got the same referee from yesterday. So it'll be a fun one. Let it go. She's upstairs sleeping. I got a whole studio soundproof and everything. I could scream in here and she wouldn't hear me. All right, here we go. Yannick to break. Yannick has a brother who plays really strong too, Quinton Pongers. Not to be confused with Tobias Pongers. It's another player. All right, he's looking at a couple options. Oh, yeah, this kid can play. He definitely has a good stroke. I did have one critique about him. I called all of his matches at the Battle of the Bull and the Rally in the Shenandoah Valley. The one critique is sometimes when he's down, like down in the match, he tends to kind of take a flyer to try to get himself back into the match. I respect it, but sometimes it's not the right shot. The table that we're using here is the Yalin table, Yalin, with Andy cloth and the Dynasphere palladium balls. Pockets are 4 1/4 on the table. All right, Fedor making him shoot the ball. Yeah, we have some tables at my pool hall, Bluegrass, and have Andy cloth on them. Play pretty well. Good try by Yannick. Unfortunate bump off the 2. I think that he went for it. All right. Let's see. Champ's going to try to put the ball in the middle of the table. Going to have the 2 in the top left. So we'll call the opposite end of the table there. We'll call that the top. And obviously, the side that's at the bottom here, we'll call it the bottom. Might even try to move this 7 at this point. Oh, just missed it. Seth, Northeast Philadelphia. All right, he's on the 3. Pretty simple shots here from Fedor, just using the speed of the ball, natural angles. Should be able to come out 1 rail in this 5. Might even use 2, a little bit of right-hand spin. He does use right-hand spin. Cue ball should land right in between the 2nd and the 3rd diamond. Deciding to go just high English. Just natural ball for Fedor. Just going to play the 6, same thing. Fedor had a tough match yesterday against Woo Kun Lin. Woo's a very strong player. Fedor was telling me in our debrief yesterday, it was tough for him to get anything going on the break. He wasn't able to make any balls on the break. It was hindering his match. What's up, Laura? Tazi, Fedor signs everything himself. Fedor really wants to make sure that his brand is respected, so he signs every cue ball. Every autograph that you would purchase off of Fedor Gorst is signed by him personally, not what they call a ghost signer. He's going to play safe on the 9. He didn't get on the 9 the way he wanted. That will leave Yannick. Actually, a good piece of the 9 ball could possibly make this. I will accidentally at some point call Yannick Quentin, so if I do, don't blow me up in the chat. I spent more time with his brother than I actually have with him. What's up, Ernie? How's it going, buddy? Yannick did go for it. Ike, did they fix the bracket again? It was messed up about an hour ago. Actually, the personalizing part he does when he gets home, so he doesn't always ship them out right away. He'll tell you when you purchase something from him. I'm on the road. You know, I'll be back at this date, and it'll go out then. Yeah, no problem. Definitely when I'm in Vegas, I'll come through. I think I might be there for one of the Predator events next year. Yeah, depending where Fedor's at. Like, if he's in the U.S. and he knows he's going to be there for a while, like something like Derby, I'm sure his team, brings the necessary equipment. Oh, he holds the 10 up. Look at this. Quentin, here you go. Almost said it. Yannick might steal the first rack. All right, we got 1-0 Yannick on the score. A little chilly here this morning in Philadelphia. Might need my hoodie. You can get one of these Fedor Gorst hoodies, fedorgorst.com. Team USA hoodies for the Moscone Cup 2025. Purchase one today and we'll get a shout out to you. All right, we got 1-0 on the score. Going into rack number 2. Seems they've got a lot of new people joining the room. So if you didn't hear me earlier, this is Fedor's personal camera. They didn't put us in the best position today, so this camera is up on a bleacher. That's why it's sort of zoomed in a little bit. It might bounce around for a few seconds when people walk in, so it's better than having no stream. So we got to deal with what we got to deal with. No problem, mailman. We'll see if Fedor looks to change that positioning on the 10 ball this rack. Comes out to the 3. I'll play the 3 into the top right corner. Punch off the rail. We'll probably look to get that 4 in the side pocket. Be the easier out position for him. All right, 4 in the corner. Just wants to check the ball up on the right side. Play the 5 pocket speed. He wants to hold the 6, get the cue ball to roll up towards the 8. All right, 6 will go on the side. A little low English. Slight low right. Just pull the cue back to the left side rail. And then we got somebody walking by. All right, 2 rails down. He does not want to be 50-yard line with the 10 again, so I'm sure he'll play this 9 in, come out, and give himself an angle for the 10 ball. All right, coming back over for the 10. Shooting the 10 into the bottom right. We're going to have a tie score here in a second. All right, 1-1 on the score of Fedor versus Yannick.
It all started at Derby. We brought a few products and had no idea what to expect. Then came Super Billiards Expo, and the support was unreal. Now, seeing the way players and fans have responded, we're constantly coming out with new product, and we know this is just the beginning. Thanks for the support. We are just getting started.
All right, going into rack 3. Score tied up 1-1. It's going to be Yannick's break. This is an alternate break format, so Yannick will break all the odd racks, meaning racks 1, rack 3, 5, 7, etc. And Fedor will break all the evens 2, 4, 6, 8. Referee extraordinaire. I've also been noticing that the referees are random racking. Does not look like 2 and 3 are racked on the corners. I don't mind the random rack. It makes it a little better on the break. You have to work for it. Seth, yep, Fedor is still ranked #1 in the world. Yannick, very tall and slender like Fedor. He's got a really good, powerful break. Well, I don't think we'll see him dial it up really too much here, but when we were in Virginia for a little bit, he was in practice. He was crushing the rack. It's actually a good question, David. They haven't given us an answer on that one yet. I'll find out for you and let you know. I'm sure Ike, the bracket extraordinaire, will have an answer for me. Every time I got a bracket question, my man Ike is always on top of it. Cue ball over for the 3. Maybe over top of the 4, but not too hard that he can't just make the shot and roll it in. I don't know if I can agree with that one, Politico. I've seen a lot of fat and heavy dudes winning a lot of pool matches. Me being one of them. All right, Yannick playing the 4 to the bottom left. He's just going to spin the cue ball to the right, play the 5 in the same pocket. Yeah, I'd say Yap is probably playing the best pool currently right now. He's been the hottest for the past couple of weeks. All right, playing an 8 to the bottom. I'm sorry, to the top right corner. Slides the rock over. 9 in the side pocket. 10 balls waiting for him. All right, we got 2-1. Young Yannick Pongers over Fedor Gorst. All right, 2-1 on the score. David Klinger's asking if Yannick has won any big tournaments. In 2025, Yannick has not hit the podium, but I do believe. He has not won a lot of big tournaments. I do know he's only 20 years old. On the junior circuit, he was doing very well, him and his brother. All right, rack 4, Fedor breaking, trailing by 1. Another dry break from Fedor. You know, a lot of times guys are. I hear guys, EM, E-Man, FC is saying he hopes Josh can win a major. Just because the players don't win the major doesn't mean that they're not playing really strong. You can be kicking a lot of ass in this tournament and get to that single elimination, play a tough set, or have somebody that just gets out on you, and you're out of the tournament. But, I mean, you could have been killing everybody prior to that. I've seen a couple times where there's been players that have destroyed somebody, put them on the B side, for them to come back and hit them in the single elimination and guys out. Josh wants to be dialed in. He's dialed in now. I'd love to see a long, like, 4-day set between Federer and Josh. Yannick, maybe a little too far out for that 5. We'll have to see. Might call the 10. Spin off the 5 and try to pocket the 10. Who's announcing the main table? Got my girl Ashley Benoit watching on the stream. Ashley's a WPBA pro killer. Just came in second in the Pennsylvania State Championship this past weekend. Young Pongers is looking good here right now. I'm about to shoot this 10 ball in for a 3-1 lead. We got 3-1 on the score. Guys, they're back in stock. Fedor Gorst, 60 FG 57 shaft. These things are monstrous. 18-inch pro taper, 30 inches long, 12.5 millimeter. Comes with the Kamui tip. While you're in the cart, you might as well throw the shaft polisher in there too. Get yourself a complete set. Check it out on fedorgorst.com. One guy from Qatar and a snooker guy from England. Okay. Politico, she came in second place to Sophia Mast. Great tournament. Ashley's always in the box, though. She goes everywhere. Pockets are 4 1/4. This is a Yalin table, 4 1/4 pockets. With the Andy cloth. And the Dynasphere Palladium balls. You got that right. She definitely is everywhere. That's what we like. what parking situation are you referring to? Yeah, I wasn't happy about you making those comments the other day, bud. Kind of asking the future. You kind of not refrain from doing those. All right, gonna get airborne here. Let that one into the corner. Nice shot by Quinton. I'm sorry, Yannick. See, I knew I was gonna say it. I knew at some point I was gonna say it. All right, he's got to clear the 9 ball here. Just gonna slide over. Yeah, but we don't own the building, thanks. We only own the business. So unfortunately, that has to go through the owners of the building, not through Bluegrass. All right, Yannick's gonna have to get. He might have to try to run into this now. Really kind of pinch this ball and run into the 7, which is gonna be real tough. Yeah, because the 7 and the 9 are just kind of locked up there a little bit. Here comes slightly a little bit of a tough shot. I don't see him using inside English here, but he might use outside left 1, 2, possibly 4 rails and try to come up under the 9. I know it sounds like it's a tough shot, but if he catches that second rail with a good speed, he should be able to get there. All right, maybe it looks a little deceptive. And if he just played for the 7 right to the corner, or right to the spot there, it means it should probably go. Of course it does. All right, Yannick putting in the work right now. Gonna go up 4-1 on Ghost. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Pongers play snooker. over 700 watching on Facebook. Let's see where we are with our YouTube numbers. 1,200 watching on YouTube, about 2,000 worldwide, not too bad. Especially for the time of the morning it's in, depending on where you're at in the world. All right, Fedor to break. He's got to make a ball in the break here. Another dry break. I don't know what it is, but in practice prior to this, so I have access to the camera before we go live or whatever, he's making 2 or 3 balls on the break. And then once the match starts and it becomes the referee rack, it turns a little different. I'm not saying the referee's, bad racking or anything like that. I think it's just an adjustment he's got to make. Three and a 4 are locked up, so he might take the carom into the 9. Just puts the distance on the ball. I was actually just having this conversation over the weekend with John Lehman. He told me that there's a difference between a referee and a racker. I 100% agree with him on that one. And Fedor plays a nice jam up safe, just tucks the ball behind the 3. Oh, nice hit by Yannick. Right, not a terrible lead by Fedor. Balls over top of the 2. Yannick's going to have to get over the ball and cut at the same time. And neither player really wants to make the 1 unless they're going to get good position on the 2. Nine ball's going to roll down. Yannick has a full ball hit. He doesn't have the full ball cut, though, it looks like from here. At least I could be wrong. He's queuing up like he has the cut, but Might be playing 2 rails on the 2 ball, trying to hold the cue. Dead in the cue on the hit and trying to hold it behind the 9. So many haters. I love it. No value in making this ball. How can you call the #1 player in the world terrible, playing terribly? I don't get it. All right, puts a 2 up around the 5. M's News, that's because we were still waiting for that camera that you promised us in the mail. Once we get that, we can definitely make the setup better. Fi. What do you mean is there a score on the screen? It's at the top of the screen, M News. All right, this could be the shots Fedor's looking for, the safety. All right, M News, you're on 2 fouls. Pongers makes a hit, man. Fedor can't. Kid kicks extremely well. It's tough for Fedor to get that ball in hand. Good. All right, too close to the side pocket. It'll be tough to really cut this to the corner. +1 on that one, Snooker. +1. All right, Yannick on the bottom left corner. Defy, you have no idea what you're talking about. Come on. All right, 2 into the 6 combination. 6 into the corner. That might be just what he needs to get out to that 3 ball. Two into the corner. He should be able to come across and actually break these balls open now. Does break it open. Doesn't get the best roll off the 3. We're live. We're live, Wilsons. Rolls the cue up on the 10. Pongers will have just kind of a 1 or 2 rail kick at the 3 ball. Yeah, I don't know if the American diet will really help. I'm not a doctor, but played one on television once. No, this is far from the finals. Jen, you're on 2 fouls. Why is it that everybody hates music? I don't understand it. When it's all quiet on the stream, then everybody says, why is it so quiet? But then we put a little bit of background ambiance in it. Why the music's annoying. Fedor's not married, he's engaged. Alright, cut on the 5 ball. Looking to come 2 rails. Right side rail, back over to the left side, back out towards the center of the table. A little over 2,300 watching live between YouTube and Facebook. You could hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe. Customer Earl Strickland earmuffs on FedorGorst.com. Oh, misses the 5. Lands in a slightly tough spot. Wow, he doesn't hit the 7 at all. All the rolls are going the kid's way right now. MJNT music is the common cause if it's not already paid for. Royalty-free music can be played on YouTube and Facebook, and it won't get you kicked off. All right, Defy, you're on 2. You're on 2 fails too. right, 10 ball in the side. Yannick's going to take a 4-game lead. Remember, we spotted Ford, a world-class player, the other day. Did all right, though, at the end. 5-1 on the score. Yeah, Yannick's playing well. He's not missing anything. You can't, I mean, kid gets a chance, he gets out. I mean, it is what it is. I think Yannick is like 6'3" or so, 6'4", something like that. I'm around 6 foot. He's got a few inches over me. Jiang, we got a couple thousand if you want to try that out. All right, Yannick makes half the rack on the break. Stuck behind a 9. Might be what Fedor needed. All right, Yannick's gonna give him a true 50-yard line shot here. Got that right, Snooker. All right, 3 goes to the corner. That's a good shot, trying to play it in the side. Gets his angle on the 1. 6 into the corner. He's going to use the 10 as a holder. Kid's going to get out to the 8. Going to play the 8 into the bottom right. Dudes, we were trying to find videos of you winning, but unfortunately we couldn't. All right, Yannick gets out again. It's going to make the score 6-1. All right, rack 8, Fedor to break. Needs to change the luck here a little bit. Six ball down on the break. 3 ball to a pocket, 1 ball to a pocket. This is the break that we need. I bring the cue out to the center of the table here, 2 and into the 3. Focusing on social media has nothing to do with the game. Trust me, he practices every day. No, I know Raw Dog. I muted anybody that was spamming the chat. There's a complete difference. Oh, he misses the 2-3. Not a good day for him. Yannick's got a good chance here to get himself out to the 7 ball. Yannick playing really good. He's going to have the 5 to the corner, hold for the 7 in the side pocket. I'll tell you what, Raw Dog, you can go join your buddies then. How about that? Yannick out again, making it 7. 7-1 on the score. Tough day at the office right now for Fedor. Gotta try to battle through it. Break's tough. 2-3 combo was the easy combination, just missed the shot. Beat you to it, Ike. Lonely at the top. All right, rack 9. Pongers breaking. He needs 2 more. All right, ball in hand. Yes, Arlene, if Fedor loses this match, he will be eliminated from the event. All right, 5 into the 7th. Reminiscent of last rack, we had the 2 into the 3. Gonna bear down on this one. All right, 5 into the top left, coming across the table. It wants to come right in between the 10 and the 8. All right, slides over for the 9. 9 in the bottom left.
Coming back down table for the 10. All right, we're back on the other side of the column here. 7-2 on the score. Gonna be Fedor's break in a second. All right, 7-2 on the score. Comebacks are tough here with alternate break, but anything can happen. One rack can turn into two. Two misses can turn into 4 losses. This is not handicapped, it's a straight race. Five down, 6 down, 4, 3 balls on the break. Two's got to get out of the way. Oh. Famous, what's up, buddy? All right, we're going to the air on this one. Just quarter ball jump makes the 1 in the corner. Has the 2. All right, he's going to get out to the 3 ball. Going to use a natural angle. 2 rails coming out. Famous, yes, the score is actually correct. Okay, got that right. Like he's been on the road for a while. All right, good speed. 7 into the side pocket. Come around the table. 3 rails. Just play the 8 center ball slightly to the left. Come up towards the center of the table. Cue ball didn't roll right. I've never played on a Yalin table, so I don't know how springy the rails are. We're counting hairs again. All right, we corrected it. 9 in the side pocket. Gonna have the 10 in the top left. 7-3 on the score. TV tables. Getting that ball running around the table with the Fedor Gorst 60 FG57 shaft. Check it out on fedorgorst.com. Might as well grab yourself a hoodie on the way out. All right, 7-3 on the score. All right, Yannick breaking. He needs 2. All right, 2 down from Yannick. All right, it's going to be a tough cut for him. And maintain position. He doesn't want to run it into the 2 and the 10. Could also play safe, putting the 1 back down the other end of the table. Playing the 1 ball and leaving it up behind the 4-5. Tough spot for Fedor. The 2's in the way of the kick. Could bend the cue ball off the bottom rail. Could also play off the right side rail. Right side rail coming down off the bottom. Does get a piece of it. Drives the 2 back up table. Puts the 2 and the 3 has an issue. And 4-5 are still an issue. It's not a bad shot to hit that ball. Yannick could get on this 2 ball. He's got to clear the 9 though. 9 would actually be in the path of where he'd want to get. Yeah, looks like he's going to try to possibly play the combination here, the 2-3. Oh, it doesn't go. Fedor's chance now 2 into the 3. Johan does not have a shot clock. not to take away from Yannick, but if you watched our stream, the Billiard Sports Network stream of the rally in the Shenandoah Valley, Yannick had a big lead on Lee Van Corteza, and then Lee Van Corteza came back and won the match. Nice bump by Fedor onto the 4. Might need his extension on this one to get full swing on the shot. I told you. Andrew, no, the camera unfortunately is bouncing a little bit. This is Fedor's private camera. They allowed him to stream the match, so unfortunately it's on top of like a bleacher setup. So when people walk by, it bounces a little bit. All right, 5 into the corner, going to come back and forth. All right, cue down, 9 into the side. Sliding over for the 10. Might be right on that one, Johan. All right, we got 7-4 now on the score. As the Black Knight says in Monty Python, not dead yet. And it's 7-4. Just joining us. I'm here for a while. Frank Maialetti, special guest commentator from the Billiard Sports Network. Following the action here on Fedor Gorst channel. We're doing a lot of Fedor's matches over the past year. So if you don't know who I am, you can also come watch us on the Billiard Sports Network on YouTube and Facebook. Got some great matches coming up in the next couple of months, especially some matchroom events. All right, 7-4, Fedor's break. No problem. All right, here we go. He needs to make a ball in the break. Break's been kind of his kryptonite the past 2 matches. What's up, Howard? How's it going, buddy? 3 ball down. 1 ball kicked to a pocket. All right, playing from the 1 to the 2. He gets there. Things can start to get interesting. All right, here we go. 2 to the corner, going to roll the cue up about 8 inches, playing the 4 in the side pocket. A little bit of an unsteady camera. Hopefully everybody sits down. All right, 6 to the right. He's going to want to draw this ball. He might even use the right rail to slow the cue down. Just kind of punch it off the rail. $118 in Seattle. Thanks for staying up. Osama, he didn't have a lot of breaking runs. Fedor made a couple mistakes early in the match. Fedor missed a 10 ball. Missed a couple key shots that Yannick just got out. Yannick is playing very well when it's his chance at the table. Past couple racks, he's missed a few balls, but overall, I'd say he's been playing an A speed the whole match. All right, just going to squeak in there for the 9. Play the 9 to the top left, come out 1 rail for the 10. All right, we got 5 on the score, 7-5. Fedor trying to mount that comeback.
It all started at Derby. We brought a few products and had no idea what to expect. Then came Super Billiards Expo, and the support was unreal. Now, seeing the way players and fans have responded, we're constantly coming up with new product, and we know this is just the beginning. Thanks for the support. We are just getting started.
If you go to fedorgorst.com, you can pick up one of the new hoodies. It's in the USA collection under the shop section. My man Ike in the chat there, always locking it down with the links. Got you all set up. All right, rack 13, Fedor's crack. I'm sorry, Yannick's break. Apologize. Oh, cue ball scratches. Cue ball scratches. Osama, I watched some of the match. My name's Frank, by the way, and I've watched Amir play before. There's not a lot of sample size on Amir. We don't see here in the U.S. We don't see too much of him playing, but I believe he's every bit of what he of the hype. He plays incredibly strong. No nonsense though. He doesn't do a lot of flashy stuff, in my opinion. I'd like to see him play more internationally. Maybe even get over to the U.S., play in the U.S. Open. When we have good players, it's always nice to see them play more. All right, this is the key shot here. Playing this 4 to the 5 is key because he's going to need to be able to sweep the cue, meaning that when he plays the 5, he's going to have to come off the right side rail to be able to spin in between the rail and the 10. The 6 can be made from the center of the table. gets there, bumps the 7 out of the way. Yeah, I'd have to agree, Osama. It's tough for him to. I know the passports and the visas coming out of Iraq are tough to get to some of the other countries. I'd like to see him on streams more too. Like I said, we don't see a lot of him. He's like, even though he's got his Fargo, he's essentially an unknown to a lot of us. Also nice to see some players from the Middle East area getting themselves on the tour. I have some friends from South Africa that play very strong too. I'd like to start seeing some of these other countries that we don't hear about a lot on the World Tour getting themselves involved. Yeah, he had a really good showing at the Whirlpool. That SVB match, that was a B-side match too, right? So that knocks Jason out of the event. All right, that's a champ I know. Getting out to the 10. I'm going to play the 10 into the top right corner. All right, 7-6 now on the score. Be Fedor's break. It's hard to bet against Amir, Osama. I mean, when you see him play, he wins. So it's I'd say he's one of the favorites. Osama, does the federations over there help the players travel and get around to these different events? No, Pia Filler's not in this event. Got the great Johan in the chat with us watching. I think we might have a player break here. Osama, I actually know Bader very well. Very good dude. I love watching him play. I spent some time with him in Virginia this year and in Atlantic City when he was here for the Battle of the Bull and the U.S. Open. Very fun guy to be around. Always humble, always nice. Frederick, 4 1/4 inch pockets. Looks like we might be on a player break here for a second. go. Better back to the action. Tell you who I like to watch play sometimes too from that Middle Eastern area, Mustafa Alnar. I think he plays strong also. Mustafa Alnar, A-L-N-A-R. He's a strong player. All right, the break's working right now. Yeah, Mustafa's from, I believe he's from Turkey. All right, this might be the shot of the match here. I'm trying to get from this 1 to the 2. You could also play for the bank safe, playing the 1 in, banking the 2, and holding the cue ball. It's Middle East for me, Osama. Way far East Coast. Yeah, I think the bank safe is what he's going to possibly be looking at here. It doesn't get there. Doesn't get there. All right, Yannick has a chance here. Get himself on the hill. Trying to use the 6 recovery just underestimated the speed, or maybe didn't have the speed down properly. It was a nice shot by Yannick to come back out. Yannick doesn't even have to do anything crazy here with the 6. He can just play the stop shot and hold it. All right, so we know the first 4 people that are going to be on the U.S. Moscone team. Anybody have a prediction for the 5th? Who would you like to see? All right, Yannick cleaning this up. He's going to get out, make it 8-6, and it's going to be his break also. How far would you have gotten in the event? Just a question. It can't be Bergman. Bergman has no matchroom ranking points. You have to play in matchroom events to be able to get to a matchroom tournament like that. Margaret Feffy. Having both of the Styers on the team. Oscar and Lucas. Frederick's asking who the first 4 are. It's, of course, Fedor, Shane, Tyler, and then Sky would be the 4th player as playing captain. Team Europe, they haven't officially announced Josh. What Josh would be. Oh, scratch on the break. Johan talked it into existence. Yeah, so Josh hasn't been officially announced. He's, as per whatever everything that's been known, Josh qualifies on his position. It would be Moritz, Pius Labutis, Viller, Jason as the captain, and then the captain's pick is David Alcaide. USA, better Shane Tyler. Sky's got himself as a captain's pick, and then the 5th player hasn't been announced yet. Villar's going to play. They have him. They have him listed as Team Europe, third on the team. So there's been nothing here that says that he's not going to play. Might not be Billy. Let's look at the rankings here for Team USA. Lucas, if you're going down the top 10 rankings, nice power shot by Fedor coming around. He's got to get around the 9. Oh, God. 5, 6, 7, 8 would be Lucas, Billy, Oscar, then Nathan Childress. Then after that, you have good players, but I don't know if they're Moscone caliber players yet in their career. All right, Fedor cross side. Drains it. All right, we're going to have 8-7 here in a second. Johan, you think Lucas is ready? You think he has a chance to get out there? Lucas is a good friend of mine. I just I don't want to be biased by saying I want Lucas to be on the team, obviously, but all right, let me update the score for you. Score police. I have 10 seconds. If not, they start yelling at me. You know, I think you put Lucas on the team, and here's why. Right now, the U.S., admittedly, even from Matchroom, is slightly behind in the caliber of Team Europe. So, 2 ball made, few balls bouncing around. 1-8-7. Look at the shot there. But I think you give Lucas a shot. Think of it like one of those rebuilding years, like you have in sports. Give him a shot, see what the kid's got. Stacy Rice, again, though, Justin Bergman does not play Matchroom events, so Justin Bergman would not be eligible to play in the Matchroom event. I agree, Johan. That's what I'm thinking. Give him a shot. See what happens. You're playing for the future, though. You're not playing for just. I mean, you are playing for this year, but you're also playing for the future. I mean, look at a couple years ago when Tyler Steyer first jumped on the team. Everybody was Yannick, what a good shot. Look at that. You know, when Tyler Steyer first jumped on the team a couple years ago, everybody gave him a hard time. Tyler's one of the most one of the most technical sound players out there. His pool knowledge is off the chart. Three, 6. It's going to be tough. He might, if he can get to the right side of the 3, he can possibly play the 3 down towards the pocket and leave the cue behind the 6. Oh, that could be a mistake. Fedor might be able to back cut this 3 ball. He's got the 9 for help. Could also possibly thin the 3, trying to let the cue roll behind the 9-10. Tyler's won a couple events, Nestor. Margaret plays very, very well, but Margaret will be the first to tell you that Tyler's the better player. Yannick, 3-7. Sorry, 3-8-7. Where's the 8 going? Liba, I don't have any choice in the picking of the player. I texted Skylar about it the other day. We had a conversation, but I have no choice in it. This could be the last shot for Fedor in this match. Oh, and Yannick misses the 4. Wow. Wow. It is not over. All right, tough shot on the 5. Got to go back and forth. The pocket was moving. All right, 6 into the corner. Coming out for the 8 ball. That cue didn't get to where I wanted. He wanted that cue about 6 inches to the left and about 4 inches closer. Nice comment there, Ken. 4 rails around for Fedor. Cue's got to slow up. Cue's got to slow. All right, 1 rack to rule them all. 8-8 on the score. All right, rack 17. All right, Yannick's break. All right, dry break on this one. I don't think he doesn't have the full 1 ball. Fedor leaves. A lot of ball for Yannick. Yannick going to play the edge of the 1. Put the 7 back down. I'm sorry, put the 1 back down table around the 7, but leaves Fedor a whole ball to hit. Could be a possible 1, 2, 3. There could be a possibility of Fedor back cutting the 1 into the 4 and playing a 4 rail safe, trying to get behind the 6. It's a very tough shot. Gets it down there, but doesn't get it stuck behind the 6. Yannick is going to have a lot of the ball. This is just going to be who makes the first mistake, I think. And it may be Yannick. Maybe Yannick. Let's see what Fedor's got here. Yannick's 20 years old. It's from Veldhoven. Where does he go with this? There is no early 10 in this event. Trying to get the cue back behind the 2 ball. Doesn't get it there. I don't know if Yannick shoots this one to the corner. He'd be risking his entire tournament on a tough angle cut on the 10. But I'm sorry, tough angle cut on the 1, but it's like maybe he might go for it. All right, we're back cutting the 1 again. 1, 2, 3. Trying to leave the cue at the top rail, looks like. All right, Fedor's calling the corner. You got that right, Stefan. We were talking about it earlier today. right, Federer's going for the gutsy one here today. Hits it. Ooh, let's see. That might be it, guys. Two to the three. Three's waiting at the top rail. That might be it. Oh. Well, Yannick got out of line on the three here. He's out of line on the three ball here. This is not just a simple just play it in. He's got to play position here. Good attempt some inside and try to run into the four. I think he's still going to be okay. Four goes into the side pocket. Going to draw the cue. He doesn't want to clip the nine now. If he clips the nine, it could be possible trouble for him. Yeah, he's kind of pointing at it with his cue. He clips that nine on the way out. This could potentially be a scratch. He misses the nine, so I think he's gonna might get out from here. All right, angle on the 7. It's going to use a little inside once I hit the bottom rail, spin in. All right, he's going to have the spin. I'll play the 8 in and just slide to the right. All right, it looks like Yannick is going to defeat Fedor Gorst with a score here of 9-8, and that's going to put Fedor out of the event. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for putting all the comments in there. Remember, you can't win them all. And Fedor loses with a score of 9-8. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back the next time Fedor's on the match. Talk to you all soon. Thanks, everybody.